Live
from the future. Woo!
Actually, by the time people see this, it'll be the past. Hello.
First show of 2022. How's everybody doing? We all survived the holidays. We didn't. We did not die in snowpocalypse.
There we go. Now we're working.
There you go. There you go.
Hello.
I don't know.
You
I don't
guys
know if
tell
you
me
all.
my things weren't working.
It sounded like it was working.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could hear you. I think it was just the phone microphone.
2022.
Yeah. So you clearly didn't get stranded on I-95, Jay.
No, but my son came close.
Oh no.
He actually he left much later and was able to take a Waze-related shortcut, or not shortcut, but workaround around the closed section of 95. But the drive that normally takes him like 2.5, 3 hours took him over 6.
Wow.
Hey.
Because it was bad. It was bad, and even worse were. It's amusing. The people, Governor Youngkin has already failed his first test in office. It's like, he doesn't
He's
get
not in
sworn
office.
until next week, moron.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's nothing the governor could have done. Just the complete and utter raw, naked, shameless partisanship was just like, oh, you mean blue team is in? Oh, never mind. It's the governor's fault. Oh, wait, it's our guy. Oh, no.
Oh no, never mind.
It was like this perfect little microcosm. Like, I don't know, the difference between, let's say, mostly peaceful protests where entire city blocks were in flames and insurrection where nobody was armed. Worst insurrection ever.
I saw a video today. All the protesters in the Capitol, quite a few of them just stayed within the velvet rope.
Right.
Yeah, this was the greatest threat since the Civil War.
The worst thing since 9/11.
I heard Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez actually placed a flower on her own grave because she died that day. So, yeah.
Bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay will be here all week.
Try it. Thank you. I'll be here all the week.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm as happy to blame a Democrat. I'm as happy to blame a Democrat as the next person, but I can't really blame Northam for the weather.
You can't. I mean, it was just.
What was he supposed to do exactly?
Well, they're like, you should have treated the roads. It's like, well, they did, and then we had torrential rains that washed all the treatments away. I mean,
and then a foot of plus of snow.
Yeah,
and then jackknife 18-wheelers and
like 6 18-wheelers jackknifed. And I mean, you don't just show up and like, grab a tow truck and It takes time, and shit happens. It's
truckers need to slow down in the snowstorms.
They
just do.
They do, and most of them, they try really hard. I have several good friends who are truckers, and it's tough. It's a tough gig. I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah, me neither.
I
just know that I've driven on highways, white knuckling it in a snowstorm.
Yeah.
And having you're going along, can't see the road, going, and then the truck blows past you at like 65, and it's terrifying. So, yeah, slow the fuck down, everybody. Slow down.
Unless you're in front of me, and then speed the fuck up.
Well, the snowstorm though,
no, not the snowstorm.
Jeez, oh man.
But where was I?
I think it's funny that everybody that was stranded was trying to get to DC.
The good number getting away, or not getting away from DC, but just leaving, heading south, and I think people visiting family and whatnot.
Yeah, but still, it's just.
The interesting
Stay
thing,
home.
The interesting thing that a lot of people pointed out, and it's very hard to argue against, is what happens when those are all electric vehicles.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, you saw the images, right? There were just miles and miles of just stopped cars for hours on end.
Yeah.
And
for like 80, 90 miles.
When you've got hundreds or thousands of cars that are dead, what do you do?
And it's, you know, someone were there for over 24 hours and ran out of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, you know, again, I have no idea how long an electric vehicle can idle.
Well, if you're not running the heater or anything else, it can idle forever because it's not using any power.
Right. It's not actually running, but you're going to run the heater. It's 20 degrees.
So, yeah.
You know, you're going to run the heater.
And that heater's going to suck power like crazy.
Yeah. You know, how long can you...
I think there's a battery heater in those things too. So I think if it gets cold, there's a battery heater that kicks in. So you're gonna lose power no matter what.
Right. It's, you know, it's a question I don't have an answer for. I mean, it could be like 50 hours. I don't know. You know, maybe you could just sit in the car for, you know, a couple of weeks, but I don't think that's
I wouldn't bet on it.
I don't think that's the case.
That's a piece of the infrastructure that we really aren't set up for. Besides the whole like charging all the vehicles. You know, if you run out of gas now, you go to the nearest gas station, you get a gallon gas can, you trudge back and you put gas in your car.
You figure that if 100 gasoline, you know, internal combustion engine cars ran out of gas, you could, with about 5 gas cans, maybe a little bit more, but, you know, a handful of gas cans, put a gallon into each car, and they can get off the road at the next stop.
Right.
You need a dedicated charging station for each electric vehicle.
Yeah.
Or you need one tow truck per vehicle to get them off the road. And you're not going to clear the road in an hour or so. It's going to take a week.
Yep.
And nobody's thought of that. And that's, again, I don't have a problem with electric cars. I have a problem with the lack of thinking that's gone into switching over the entire American automotive fleet to electric. Like, what's it going to do to the power grid? You know, again, I mentioned that I enjoy electric lights.
Well, it won't matter, Jay, because there's going to be like 3 billion people killed in the next couple of decades. And
come
it won't matter.
on.
Are we talking the sweet comet of death?
No.
If only.
You haven't heard the latest?
The Yellowstone caldera, which is aliens. Aliens with lasers on their heads.
No, this is even better.
Alan's latest Infowars tin hat.
Well, so
Alex Jones.
Stop and think about it for a minute. How many times over the last couple of decades have you listened to something that Alex Jones said and gone, you tinfoil hat conspiracy motherfucker, and then a few years later you're going, fuck, he was right.
Yeah. There's no way there could be a massive systematic pedophile complex running through all of our, you know, politicians.
The thing that got me was the gay frogs. Oh, the frogs are going to be turning gay. And while Alex Jones wasn't exactly right, he was like more right than Nostradamus ever was.
Yeah.
You know, the frogs aren't gay exactly. But there is something like
they're just happy, you know,
productively with frogs. So
yeah,
you know.
So
it's like
so now,
except more accurate.
So I don't know. Yeah. So the latest from Infowars is that the juice is gonna wind up killing 3 or 4 billion people over the next 10 years because it's going to increase the death rate and everything else. So.
The thing for me with the juice.
Well, you can't, you know, I'm trying to skate around YouTube.
Nobody watches this.
Not even YouTube.
No, and not anymore, apparently. After our last show, I'm surprised it's still up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Anyway, where they're saying that they're trying to get people on this kind of like a booster
palooza.
Yeah, like you get one booster, you need the next booster, you need the next booster after that, and the length of time between boosters is going to shorten. So, like, what's going to happen at that point? Like, you just are hooked up to a permanent.
Get your morning booster every morning.
Get yourself white.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I'm throwing out a deep cut nerd reference there. I'm curious who's going to get that.
Get your what, Jay?
Catch yourself white.
I'm not picking that one up.
Should I tell you, or should I let our viewers? There's got to be
some look it up.
Super geeky. Someone's going to get that. It's I'll give you a hint. It's Star Trek related.
Well, I knew it was Star Trek. Jesus.
Okay, it's the substance the Jem'Hadar were addicted to.
Oh, okay. Oh, I even spelled it right. Wow. Okay.
And as I was quiet for a couple of minutes because I'm like, shit, what the hell was that stuff the bad guys are like, Jem'Hadar, oh, good.
Those guys.
Yeah, so you hear the brain like, sound like a car 95.
Well, another sign of the impending apocalypse.
One more was Deep Space Nine, right?
What's that? Yes.
Yeah, I liked that one. That was like my favorite
Deep Space
one.
Nine was really good.
Yeah, which kind of explains why I like Babylon 5 so much.
Similar feel.
Consider that they stole Deep Space Nine from Babylon 5. Yeah.
Well, I want Deep Space Nine first. So.
No, everything's a ripoff of something. The fax machine's nothing but a waffle iron with a phone attached.
Anyway,
I can't do a good Grandpa Simpson.
Alan is moving on from.
I'm moving on. The latest sign of the apocalypse. Did you see the story? Scientists have taught a goldfish to steer a vehicle on the land.
No.
They can't do a worse job than some of the people I've seen.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, I'm like,
just saying.
Let's just skip smart cars and just put a goldfish on the dash of everybody's car, and the fucking goldfish can drive.
There you go. Your Uber driver will be Blinky.
No, they really did. They trained goldfish to drive vehicles around on land through mazes and shit.
Clearly, there's too much fucking grant money out there.
I'll say. I like those brain cells that they taught how to play
Pong, and they do it better than computers.
Stop it. Well, I mean, yeah, but don't.
We can't beat them in chess, but man, we'll kick their ass in Pong. Fuck you, IBM.
I wonder if that's because drink. Oh, nice.
Our gluten-free option of the day.
Spiked seltzer.
Yeah.
I imagine water is gluten-free, huh?
It is.
It's got electrolytes in it because that's what plants crave.
You're not a plant, Jay.
Negative. I am a meat popsicle.
Or are you?
Yeah.
Is he a plant?
Do we need to go?
He's made in Texas, by the way. Made in Texas.
Nice. That was a very good Donald Sutherland impression there, Alan.
That's what I was going for.
I've never seen that movie.
God, we are such dorks. It's not even funny.
Derp, derp, derp. So
I like how, like, hair-wise, Brita and I are like exact 180 different. I love it. We can just spin my head around.
Somebody needs to Photoshop Brita's hair onto Jay's head.
Somebody's going to.
And
if they Photoshop Jay's beard onto my face, I'd be Alan.
Yeah, be close.
No, my beard's not that.
Somebody
white.
do it.
No, it's not that white.
Well,
yet. Let me get the shoe polish out. What was Reagan's Brill cream? Brill cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brill cream doesn't have color though. Brill cream just like a
Grecian formula.
Grecian formula. Thank you. I was like, Brill cream's not. Brill cream's the styling stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the pompadour to shape stuff.
Yeah.
We've got hair products and traffic jams and catch yourself white. And man, we're just all over the place. We are just flooring.
I have to give a TV show recommendation since we're being all super nerdy.
Oh, okay.
Around the World in 80 Days.
Ooh.
With the doctor, what's his name?
David Tennant.
David Tennant.
Ah.
Oh my God. It's amazing. He plays Phileas Fogg. It is unbelievable. Unbelievably good.
I was a little obsessed with that movie as a kid, the original with David Niven.
Oh yeah, that was good.
For some reason, it was like one of those movies in the 80s or whatever where it was on cable all the time. And so I would watch it all the time. And I loved it. And I still love it. And so, like, as a big fan of that movie, I've been watching the TV show, and it is really, really good. I don't feel like, you know how, I don't know, some remakes kind of like ruin the original. This is like so, I mean, it's the same story generally, but it's so different from the original where it doesn't feel like it has taken away anything.
So you're saying that all the characters aren't gay transgender monkeys?
No, although some people were like upset about the changes in the cast. Like, you know, one character who was male was made female. You know, one character who was, what was Passepartout in the movie?
A Frenchman.
Was he French?
Yeah.
Well, in the TV show, he's black.
We're actually not talking about the movie. We're talking about the book.
But
in the book, he was a Frenchman.
Yes.
Right. And
so,
but people were like upset, like, oh, they made Passepartout black. Yeah, but he's great. So
big fucking deal.
Yeah, worth watching, I would say.
Actually, I'll make. Hang on, I'll give a spoiler.
Oh no! I think we all know the story.
It's been around for a bit. You really couldn't remake it today because it'd be like around the world in like 3 days.
Yeah.
If that.
But in the episode where they're traversing the U.S., they meet up with Bass Reeves.
Oh, okay. It just clicked up a few notches.
Yeah, it's really good.
I haven't gotten to that episode yet.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Which let me digress into a little side rant here. Rather than, taking existing characters and making them black, make a fucking Bass Reeves movie, you morons.
See, why don't they do that? That would be an amazing fucking movie.
Oh my God. What a fucking badass.
Because I'm watching the Bass Reeves character in this episode, and I'm thinking, man, that'd be an awesome spinoff.
It's like you've got you have a character ready made.
Yeah, Harriet Tubman.
Yeah,
I mean, there's all kinds of
you don't have to invent characters. You don't have to change character. I mean,
right. Well, in a way, you're selling. In a way, you're selling. As a person of color myself, in a way, it's that benign neglect of low expectations because you're going
soft bigotry.
There's not enough awesome black characters to play, so we have to take a white one and we have to give it to the black person to play.
Right.
When in reality, there are a ton of awesome black characters.
Like Idris Elba as James Bond.
Yeah.
No. Have Idris Elba be a different agent.
Why not?
Write a good agent.
Why not?
Why on earth does it have to be, we're going to take this, people should be able to accept changes to canon. No, it's not that we don't accept changes to canon. We don't accept fucking shitty, lazy ass fucking writing. We'll just change the race.
Yeah.
It's lazy.
You know who needs to be James Bond, by the way? Henry Cavill. Come on, Jay.
I can see that.
It's perfect.
Is he English?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I mean,
he's the Witcher.
But he's also Superman.
Yeah.
And Superman.
Superman. But
he also plays Warhammer. He paints his own
there
little
you
miniatures.
go.
Yeah,
So
he has my vote.
The hell is his name? Rowan Atkinson. That's who needs to play James Bond.
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Bean.
He'd be like, remember the Pink Panther James Bond?
Yes, Inspector Clouseau.
But they made the spoofy James Bond with that guy.
Yeah. What was it called?
Peter Sellers in
No. It was a James Bond, but with Rowan Atkinson, right?
No, it was shit. Was it Casino Royale remake?
Yes, that's what it was. What was that? David Niven as James Bond?
What? No.
Who am I thinking of? I don't know. I can't look
Don't
it
everybody
up. Yeah.
We're gonna everybody's gonna
da, 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 da. I'll do the intermission music. Da, 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 da,
yeah, it was the film spoof in 67 Casino Royale, and it did star David Niven. You're right, Brita.
No, Jay. She was
it
right.
Jay that said that? Oh, yeah. Okay. Jay said David Niven.
That's right.
However, Rowan Atkinson also did like a James Bondy thing. Johnny English.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That's what I was thinking of. I was like, I knew he did a thing. So
did Mike Myers.
Yeah. Like that.
I've lost my mojo.
Oh goodness. So everyone had an acceptable holiday, I hope.
Yep.
It was fine.
Rita got a new roof.
I did. I got my new roof.
I got a new water heater.
Awesome.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Congratulations.
I bought new tires for my daughter's car.
There you go. Perfect.
And your Jeep. And new fenders.
That wasn't really a Christmas present.
I had Amish guys out here doing my roof. And honest to God, day and a half. Roof is done. Amazing.
Dang.
I mean, these are people who can put...
Is it thatch?
It is not thatched. But like these are people who put a whole barn up in like an afternoon, right? So my roof is like nothing.
Roofers are amazing.
Yeah.
They're insane. Yeah. And when you watch a skilled roofing crew, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Because it's about 8 minutes and all of the shingles are off. All the old shingles are gone.
It's incredible.
And it's just like, it's like watching a fast dot matrix printer. They're just done.
Yeah.
And you're putting the cap on. You're like, it was like 14 minutes. What are you?
Yeah.
How?
It was impressive. And they did a great job. So yeah, roof.
Excellent.
But how was New Year's Eve, everybody?
Loud, obnoxious.
Spent in
I was in bed by 10:30.
I was supposed to go to an off-road park about 3 hours away, and the fireworks were so loud leading up to midnight that I couldn't sleep. At midnight, it sounded like a war. I mean, it was like crazy, like explosions all over the place. And then they kept going off to like 2 a.m. And then the cat threw up at 4 in the morning. And I was like, all right, screw it. I'm not,
fuck it.
I'm just going back to bed. I'm not going anywhere.
Alan's all ready to trade this new year in for another one. That's it. It's defective.
I'm already done.
That's one of the benefits of living somewhere where it's really cold. We don't really get the whole. I mean, we get some fireworks, but it's not a thing because people are like,
it's
20
too
degrees
cold.
Out. No thanks.
It was. There were more fireworks than I remember on. So, I think part of it is on the 4th of July, it just spread out like all night long. As soon as it starts getting dark, there's just fireworks, and eventually they run out and peter out.
Right.
But New Year's, everybody's saving them up for midnight.
Right.
So it's
everything hits at once.
It's a shitload of fireworks and then boom. And it's crazy. So
noise canceling headphones, Alan.
Wouldn't know. Yeah, they don't help with stuff like that.
Well, they do if you're playing music really loud.
Trying to sleep.
All right, so play.
Oh, and the cats were freaking out.
Yeah.
They hate that.
No. One bonus to not having any pets. I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like at 2 o'clock in the morning or something. I heard, it woke me up. I heard some really loud booms, but like far in the distance. And I'm thinking, what's going on? Like I hadn't heard any fireworks previous to that. It was just like some random explosions at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Was it another earthquake?
It was not. Oh, we had 2 earthquakes this week. Two. Today and yesterday.
You felt the earth move.
I did. Yesterday, I didn't feel the one. What was it, today or yesterday? I don't know. Whatever. We've had two earthquakes this week. The first one I felt, and it was like at 8:20 in the morning, and Mike was just leaving for work. And I don't know if you've ever been in an earthquake. Have you?
Yep.
Well, this one was like a 2.5, 2.7, something like that. It wasn't that big, but it was like big enough where you notice something happened.
It's noticeable, but it's not like it's going to knock walls down and break windows.
Right. And Mike was just leaving for work at the time, and I was still in bed, and I like heard a boom, and then the house kind of like rattled.
Mike, what the hell did you do?
And it kind of, I felt like he like slammed a big heavy door, and then I'm laying there thinking, we don't have a door like that. Like,
door that heavy.
What is that? So yeah, I checked the internet, and yep, sure enough.
Yeah, we had one when we still lived up in Mass, and I remember I was downstairs, and all of a sudden you just heard,
yeah,
and I'm like, what the hell are the kids doing upstairs? And I'm like, I started up like, what the hell is going on? And then all of a sudden I felt it, and I was like, yeah, that's not the kids. And sure enough, we'd had I mean, it was, it wasn't much more than 2 or 3, but it was a noticeable earthquake. Yeah.
It's like, we get them often enough here because there's like something like a fault or a fissure or something under Lake Erie. We get earthquakes enough here where you know what they are when they happen.
I know what it is.
What?
It's the apocalypse.
Well,
it's all those gay frogs moving to Lake Erie.
But yeah.
Oh, speaking of apocalypses and earthquakes,
birds, snakes, and airplanes.
I got a movie. I had a TV show recommendation. Now I got a movie recommendation.
And he was making fun of us for being nerdy
I was never doing that.
I was pointing out the word.
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh, I've seen the trailers. It does look good.
It is great. It is great.
They hooked me in because they gave a plausible explanation for the continuation.
Yes.
And it's like, I need the thinnest of threads. I know I've said this before.
It was so much more well done than that, Jay. Fantastic. It was fantastic. It was amazing. And you can tell from the Rotten Tomatoes ratio how good it is because it's got like a 95% audience score and like a 60-something% critic score. So with a ratio like that,
that's actually pretty amazing.
It's pretty damn good. So
because sometimes you see them like really lopsided, and it's like
but anytime I see an audience score that's that high, that's high, and a pretty low critic score, that means it's going to be a great movie.
It's not going to be trying too hard,
and it's not going to. And with a critic score like that, it's not going to be woke or anything like that. So because they would have given it a higher score if it was. So.
Well, I know that they're having another like kind of remakey movie is coming out soon. Mike Judge.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He revealed that there is going to be a new movie with a middle-aged Beavis and Butthead.
Somebody showed him a check he couldn't refuse.
I can't help it. They drove a dump truck full of money up to my house. I'm not made of stone.
Did you see the sketches of them?
Yes.
Of Beavis and Butthead as middle-aged. I mean, they're kind of perfect, really. And
the problem is I can't imagine Beavis and Butthead surviving to middle age. It's just not plausible.
Yeah.
They should have died in a meth explosion or something.
Oh my God.
It's just
drank themselves to death.
I'll give him a fair try, though. If when they come out with it,
Okay.
I will, because it's Mike Judge. I mean, he's
The show.
he's
They're
got a good track
talking. They're talking
record.
about the original show. It says the show. It came out in 93, which I graduated in 92. So yeah, it's I watched a lot of Beavis and Butthead.
Yes.
And it says the show gained a massive following, is often said to be the voice of Generation X. Boy.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yay.
No.
It's Beavis and Butthead or Homer Simpson.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
Beavis and Butthead were essentially like unsupervised teenagers.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
They were latchkey kids.
Yeah.
And
now we're all middle
me and my friends.
Wow. Okay.
Frog baseball. Oh, they caught hell for that one. And I'm like,
yeah,
that was mild. They weren't chasing frogs with lawnmowers.
Yeah. Or in
the 80s.
Yeah.
Or so I heard. I mean, of course, I never would have done any of that. But yeah, Gen X, I can see that. Left alone to their own devices.
pretty much.
Kind of figuring shit out on your own.
Got to be tough.
But yeah.
I was a latchkey kid from the time I was in 3rd grade. So.
Yep. You're not a true child of the 80s if you don't know at least 4 ways to break into your house.
That's right. Oh, shit. I forgot my key.
Yeah. I'm not wrong, am I?
Because I was the littlest one. I was always the one like shoved through the window.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Which is funny because now I know all the ways to break into a house.
Yeah. I think about it all the time with this house because the windows are not so
not really secure.
No.
Well, that's why I have an alarm system with sensors on all the windows and doors because I know how these things work. I'm not a career criminal. I'm just a child of the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my big Christmas gift this year was one of the video doorbells for just that reason.
Oh, like a Ring doorbell?
That's exactly what it is. Yep. I was starting to get it set up.
I think my mom got something like that too. Just going to find out just because who was eating her garden in the backyard. I want to
be able to say, come back with a warrant anytime I want.
Nice.
Anytime the Jehovah's come up or, the 9,000 pest control companies. We just happen to be in your area. No soliciting means no soliciting. Go away. Well, we would like to. Do you know what a gun safe sounds like when it opens? Do you want to? Oh my. Oh my.
Well, do you want to talk about the January 6th thing, or do you want to just ignore it?
The insurrection. What a show. The insurrection.
January 6th thing.
What's that?
When George W. Bush was declared the winner over Al Gore. That January 6th.
Yes.
That
one.
I voted for Gore. Sorry.
Yes, but you were young and ignorant.
I was. Although, honestly, in retrospect,
probably didn't make much difference.
No.
Yeah. I think that's why they hated Trump so much, is because he was the outsider.
Yeah.
The
Bush team, they hate Trump. Oh my God.
We're never going to let that happen again. I was listening to not Tulsi Gabbard. What's her name on Tim Pool? The Georgia.
Stacey Abrams.
No. Not the governor of Georgia.
The governor of Georgia.
What's her first name? Marjorie? No.
Taylor Greene.
Margie.
Is that Marjorie?
Marjorie.
Taylor Greene. And they were asking her about term limits, and she said the problem with term limits is that you still have the staff, and they're like fleas you can't get rid of. I mean, it's like you get rid of, if you impose term limits, you just have the staff there forever. And so you'd have to do, if you're going to do term limits on Congress critters and senators, you got to do term limits on their staff people too. Otherwise, then you'll just have the entrenched staff, and
That's a fair
no
point.
changes.
That's a fair point because, let's face it, the actual politicians they're not researching shit. What the fuck? When Pocahontas was like, they gave us a bill with only 24 hours to read it, you weren't going to read it anyway.
No.
Don't pretend. We're not stupid.
Yeah.
You have an entire staff of people whose job it is to break it down into little tiny pieces that you can digest.
And they don't even do that.
Yeah.
They put stuff in. They don't read what's there. They just
four
put their
legs
own
good,
stuff
2 legs
in.
bad. That's what they break it down to.
They give it some title that you look at like an asshole if you vote against it.
Yes. The bill to prevent puppies from being kicked.
Right. And then they load it up with all kinds of crap. And then if you vote against it, they're like, oh, he hates puppies.
Yeah. Well, it's, the act to make sure that the evil Republicans don't make black people unable to vote.
Right.
And it's like, oh yeah, you can vote by mail. And by the way, if you send them a pink slip, we'll just put it toward the Democrat. Doesn't matter what you send in. Send in an old Christmas ribbon. Oh, clearly a vote for Newsom.
We can divine the intent.
Right. The hanging chads going back to Bush and Gore. I always wonder what Chad did to piss so many people off, but
poor Chad.
You know what? Chad's a jerk. He can hang.
And a country.
That's right. So
I always love that.
And you can tell how desperate the Democrats are by they're like staking everything on whipping up the January 6th thing. It's like they've got absolutely nothing else.
Well, they know that, kind of like people are starting to notice that they're full of shit,
They can't even pass their own stuff.
No.
They can't, not that they can't reach across the aisle, they can't keep their own fucking party together. This is unheard of.
Yep.
You've got, and it's not just Manchin. It's Cinema going, fuck you.
But it's not, it's not just those two. There's a whole bunch of them.
Kelly is like, hey guys, let's put the bong down.
And we're up to 28 Democrats that are resigning.
That's a lot.
28.
Why are they resigning?
Because they know they got fuck all chance of winning. That's
take your money and run.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of Republicans need to go too. Honestly,
I agree.
I don't give a shit. If they're on the right side or whatever. But
and Ted Cruz is on my shit list now too.
Yeah.
You better talk to your boy Crenshaw too.
And Crenshaw's on my shit list also. The both of those can go fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ted, that was disappointing. I really thought he had a pair, and terrorist. Okay. So then everything that happened from May of 2000 through November is also a terrorist act, right? Because there wasn't a fucking thing burnt January 6th. There were no squad cars flipped over January 6th. There weren't people being murdered in the street January 6th. Oh, there was an unarmed veteran murdered by cops. Strange how they don't want to defund those police.
Nope. So
this was out of everything that happened from, I don't know, May of 2020 to January 6th. That was the least violent protest we saw.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nothing got burnt. Nothing got destroyed. Well,
5 people died. Yeah. 4 people had heart attacks and 1 person was murdered by a cop.
Yeah.
That it took 10 months to name?
Yep.
And the people in jail now, still no charges have even been filed. Like, if they were such terrible insurrectionists, you'd think there would be charges at least.
Yeah, like I read somebody saying, how can you have an insurrection when nobody's been charged with insurrection?
It's very strange.
Or weapons violations, for that matter.
Well, because nobody had weapons.
Exactly.
Except the cops.
That's the worst insurrection ever.
And that one guy that's an FBI.
Well,
Ray Epps.
Yeah, that guy.
Ray Epps.
Funny how he's not in jail.
Nobody can find him now.
They don't want to find him.
Yeah. No, clearly. I mean,
he'll be.
There have been like multiple, and this is verging into tinfoil hat conspiracy theory thing, but multiple but fun. Well, yeah, but it's also people have really taken a look at what happened in the crowd January 6th, and it really seems like they were led to do this thing.
No question.
And the doors were opened for them. The fences were cut down for them. I mean, like, just look it up, people. I mean, it just seems like they were encouraged and
even then, when they were in, they wandered around aimlessly, like, "Oh wow, look at they were tourists!
The Capitol,
look at me, I got a podium."
Yeah.
I mean, that's not someone looking to overthrow the government, and don't insult my intelligence by claiming that.
Right?
It's ridiculous. Right. That should offend every person that hears it. Look at those people. No. Don't go on what your friend on Twitter said happened. Watch the video. Watch the video. They're following the goddamn velvet ropes.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I got Nancy Pelosi's podium. I got a flag. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, they were gonna hang Mike Pence.
No.
He had a bunch of zip ties. Oh, wait, no, he didn't.
No.
That was the cops. This is another case of every fucking thing they told us was a lie.
Yep.
Everything. Everything was a lie.
As opposed to when actual Democrats actually exploded a bomb in the actual Capitol.
Right.
Back in the 70s.
Easy talk. They were just protesting.
Right.
Yeah,
right. That's exactly. They're expressing their First Amendment rights explosively.
Yeah.
But or like I said, for the entire year, from May right through November, Portland, Minneapolis, Philadelphia. How many places did we see buildings on fire? Businesses looted, boarded up windows. There was none of that shit January 6th, so stop this fucking insurrection nonsense.
It's all they got, though, Jay.
Yeah.
That's all there is.
And in a way, so it pisses me off. I don't even know how to put it into words. I'm kind of mad that that our side, the right side, whatever, was dumb enough to fall into their trap. Because I do agree that was funneled and they had a plan that the powers that be, probably FBI, because they seem to be behind a lot of this fucking shit, just like the bullshit dossier. Oh, Russian collusion. Oh, more bullshit.
The Whitmer kidnapping.
Everything happened that, you got this wonderful gift-wrapped narrative that, Trump was fomenting an insurrection. I mean, they had insurrection like that night. That was the big buzzword.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, the amount of knowledge and small arms, knowledge, usage, ownership. If there were an insurrection, it would not have looked like January 6th.
No, I think
Plain
they would
and simple.
They would really know it was an insurrection.
You wouldn't have to keep claiming it because you would know.
Yeah.
There was no leader. There was no anything. It was a bunch of fucking frat boy tourists
who were led to do that by
just whipped up and
I mean, there's theories that there's
that one guy, Antifa guy, that was out there wearing a MAGA hat.
Yeah,
there's more than one,
NBC
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
So,
and also, they think that every like kind of escalation, like there was one guy breaking windows. They feel like every escalation was not like an organic happenstance. Let's just say that.
It was programmed.
Yeah.
I would not surprise me in the least, and we'll never know. This is one of those, not never, like 50, 60 years from now, they might, unearth stuff and, oh, wow, hey, this is interesting. And
about the same time we learned the truth about the COVID vaccine? You mean around that time?
No, because we'll all be dead, so it won't matter because of the COVID vaccine.
Oh, that reminds me. I was just reading. Remember the Pfizer said that the FDA said they'd do 75-year delay on releasing the vaccine
75.
data. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, a judge just said,
Yeah.
Really?
You got 8 months.
better
75 years, that's cute. 8 months.
Better cook your books. 8 months.
Oh, well. Guess they won't be having any new billionaires in the pharmaceutical business.
Like it will make a fucking difference, Jay.
Yeah. And they keep coming out with, Omicron.
Well, the thing people don't remember is Pfizer is like one of these companies that has such a shitty track record of getting fined for gross malfeasance. Pfizer, just look at the history of fines to Pfizer and the horrible shit that they've done and the cover-ups of drugs that they released on the market, knowing that they were fucked up and that they would kill people and all this stuff. And then they get fined and they go on.
Were they the ones behind OxyContin?
No, that was somebody else. But it's all the same shit.
There was just that little mini series about OxyContin.
But that was I don't remember the company that was behind OxyContin, but it wasn't Pfizer. But it's the same shit. They don't care about. They're in the business to make money, and if a few people have to die for them to make money, who cares?
Ideally, you want them to linger for a bit so they use more of your product.
Well, yeah. If they die right away, how are you going to get a monthly booster into them?
That's right.
Jesus,
weekly booster. Come on,
yeah.
Alan.
They got to hang around.
We're gonna have to walk around with the
drip.
With the drip. Booster of the week. Booster of the day.
Yeah, you can't kill them off quick. It's got to
they're very slowly. New York, then Boston. They're all going to fall. You have to show your vaccination cards.
People just leave.
Isn't it interesting that New York, Boston, you have to show a vaccination card to enter any public place or any building or anything at all, but you don't need to show an ID to vote. Now, how do you prove that vaccination card belongs to you? Do you have to show? Oh, I don't know.
Actually, yes. You do have to show ID, Jay.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
So how come that is not racist and you're trying to prevent black people from going into buildings? Because if GOP requiring ID to vote is preventing black people from voting, then New York City requiring a vaccine card to get into a building is preventing black people from getting into that building.
And an ID.
Well, because the vaccine card goes with the ID.
Right.
My favorite one, it's like funny but not funny, is, what is it, Michigan or Indiana or somewhere, there's a Holocaust museum.
Illinois, I think. I heard the story.
One of those.
They had to show the vaccination cards.
To get into the Holocaust museum.
They had to show their papers to get into the Holocaust museum. And nobody saw the irony in this.
No one. It's crazy. Like, no one stopped and said, hey,
Illinois Holocaust Museum.
Okay, Illinois.
Not the best optics, folks.
No, not at all.
Papers, please.
Papers, please.
Pepper and bittern.
Wow. Amazing. Well, it's like they don't study history.
And we don't teach critical thinking.
No.
Because nobody is saying, wait a second.
Yeah.
You just, not even a year ago, you had the big Voting Rights Act. We were just talking about them, giving them the ridiculous names, right? Voting Rights Act, protect your voting rights.
Right.
And they shot it down because there was no ID requirement. They wanted to be able to vote by mail with no return address. You just print out a couple zillion votes, and there you go. Mickey Mouse is now president. Be an improvement. But let's go, Brandon. And that was lampooned. Oh my God. Baseball pulled the fucking All-Star game out of Atlanta.
Yep.
Remember?
Yep.
We got short fucking memories, don't we, people?
Yeah.
That was because Georgia wanted to have ID to vote. Of course, they moved the game to Denver, which is in Colorado, which requires ID to vote. Go figure.
Shut up, Jerry.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, and Colorado also has a lot less people of color than Atlanta, or Georgia for that matter.
Yeah.
Have you heard the latest about the Super Bowl?
Yes, moving to Texas.
They're talking about moving it out of California because it's supposed to be in Los Angeles or someplace.
Wherever.
Anyway, it's supposed to be in California, and they're talking about they want to move it to Dallas of all places.
Yeah.
Because they're like, nobody's going to want to go to California to see this shit.
The ridiculous taxes.
Well, not only that, but just the travel issues and the they're looking at next January going, shit, California's still going to be requiring vaccine passports and everything else to go someplace.
And you won't be able to use generators.
Yeah.
I watch a few like YouTuber type people like that travel around and they do like food reviews of different areas. Like, they used to go all around the world, but they've kind of, narrowed down their travel range. But a lot of them have started going to Texas.
Damn right.
A lot of good stuff in Texas.
Because if you come to Texas,
people leave you alone. You don't have to wear a mask, and
also in Texas, you can get food from all over the world.
Well, that too. But I'm just noticing that a lot of YouTubers are doing a series from Texas. States like that. So
yep.
Yeah.
Because we got the barbecue.
Oh, can we speak about
ketchup?
AOC in Florida? And now Eric Swalwell, also in Florida.
Oh, was his Chinese honeypot there?
No.
Oh, we forgot about that too, didn't we? Short attention spans. I know we didn't, but the we was
they both left their respective states after declaring everybody needs to get vaccinated and wear masks all the time, and your vacations are canceled and your holidays are canceled and you can't see your family. But I'm going to Florida
with no mask.
No mask.
Yep.
AOC at a drag show, kissing everybody, hugging everybody.
But that's because Republican men just want to have sex with her. Lady, if I could buy you for what you're worth and sell you for what you think you're worth, I could retire.
Not even, that's sort of like, you just want to have sex with me. You just think I'm hot. You just are jealous you can't. Really? Like, are you 15?
Yes.
Oh my God, Becky.
Yeah. She's the worst. But the rate we're going, she's probably going to be president a couple
more cycles.
Decade, I'd say.
Yep.
Dear God, no.
President AOC. Well, again, compared to President Depends, I don't know that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
The man shot himself in front of the Pope. Come on. There's not much lower you can get. I'm just saying. At least it was Frankie the Pope, not a real one.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yep. And really, can you imagine John Paul II having a meeting with Biden? Who
no,
he never would have.
I think Benedict would have had him executed.
Yeah, probably
called in the Swiss guards.
Yeah,
that's it. Out.
Yeah. But no, this current pope like gave Joe Biden like a whole like gift and had him in the Vatican and
forget that whole pro-abortion thing, which is like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's just like rules, man. That's like your opinion, man.
Yeah. All right. Who's got a show and tell?
I kind of do. And I posted this on MeWe, but like, not all of our listeners are on MeWe, right?
Only 100 or so.
So Mike discovered a new cooking technique. And so we like chicken thighs better than chicken breasts. And we always buy like bone in, skin on. And I usually just bake them and they're good. And, crispy skin, yay. So I made those a couple weeks ago. And Mike pulled them out of the oven. And he noticed the skins were, they were cooked, but they weren't really crispy. Like, you tap on them, they're really crispy. Not that crispy. So what he did, this is a stroke of genius. He peeled the skins off of the chicken thighs and threw the skins in the air fryer.
I knew it.
This is like a life-changing thing.
Wow.
So I have the video. Mike made me take a video because the crunch is like unreal. And
pull the skins off, throw them in the air fryer.
That's the skin.
Hold it up closer to the camera. There you go. Oh, I hear the crunch. Wow, it's like
oh my god, it's like bacon. It's like chips.
For real.
Sorry, I've been watching Top Gear. Crisps.
It does sound like that. Sound like kettle chips.
They are like kettle chips, but chicken. And
wow,
freaking delicious.
That's amazing.
I had plans to like dip in guacamole, maybe, or
oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
hummus.
Maybe hummus. Oh, it would be great with hummus. Yes,
of course, hummus.
Absolutely. So there you go. Highly recommend.
Very nice.
Get you some chicken skin.
I'm sure Jay has a show and tell.
I do, and for once, it is not a knife. It is
is
one of my Christmas presents.
Oh.
I saw this on Amazon, and on a pure whim, I put it in my wish list, and my mom got it for me.
Hey. Ooh, oh my God! Is that a
Casio my God!
Calculator?
Yes, it is.
Holy shit, Jay! I had one of those in high school.
Yes, so did I. And I saw it, and I was
like, "Is it a calculator watch?"
Yes, it's a Casio calculator watch.
Oh my gosh!
The Casio data bank. I had one
I can't tell if it's in focus or if it's my eyes, but
no, it's
it looked exactly. Now. The one I had was 30 years ago.
I'm surprised they still sell them.
But it matches my memory. The one thing I don't remember is the numbers being so small on the face because I could see them a lot better when I was 15. But
oh my God,
it was an impulse thing, and I was just like,
"That's cool."
Oh my God,
that is amazing.
This is the neatest thing.
It really is.
Wait! How much was it?
Oh, it was like $17. It was not expensive at all.
Because I remember.
How much was it back then?
Back then, it was real. It was probably not cheap.
Probably like $50 or $60 in like 1980s dollars.
Yeah,
wow.
Which would be a couple hundred today at least.
Yeah.
Right. It was cheap enough that it was like it's a fun little gift. It's
that's cool.
That's great.
And it was just like the nostalgia alone was worth more than $20.
That was the watch where I used to play the game with the stopwatch where you try to stop it on the zero exactly because it had hundredths of a second. You'd be sitting there like in the toilet stall or something, and I'd be like, and just seeing how close I could get to the.
I did that with a gas pump.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did
you take boobs?
Yes. Of course. That's what you look at my watch.
You hold it upside down. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now the next obsession is going to be to find the Pac-Man watch I had after that.
Oh man. Did it do like Pac-Man stuff?
You had a little tiny Pac-Man maze that you could go through.
Oh my gosh.
It's super. I am a major league dork. All right, I'm not gonna lie.
Remember the LED football game?
Yep. Oh heck yeah! You were like little like lights, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I had
it
a
was like
baseball version.
little LED lights on the, and they go across the field. Yeah.
Before Tech Mobile. This is what we did before smartphones, kids.
Is that it?
Hey,
That's like gold.
Oh,
That looks like the bling version.
the bling version of your Pac-Man watch. I didn't even know these things existed.
Yeah, I
you
didn't
guys
either.
are cooler than me, man.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. How about you, Alan?
I do not.
No
Show and tell.
No cool show and tells. I mean, other than the new fenders on your Jeep.
Oh God.
They're so wee. They're like little stubbies. They look like T-Rex arms on your Jeep.
Yeah, they kind of do. Yeah. Fortunately, I live in a state that doesn't require the fenders to cover the wheels completely. So, yay.
That would be difficult with those tires.
Oh yeah.
You just have like these big ass.
It'd be like
arches.
wings.
you catch a hill the wrong way and it's shit.
Yeah.
We're airborne again. God damn it!
I'd be gliding around.
Now we need to find.
You
Jay's
could do an
Pac-Man
auto
watch.
gyro.
No.
Then you could have really bad teeth and fly around Australia.
No. Somebody's got static really bad.
I'm not moving.
It sounds clear on this end.
Yeah, it's Jay. You're rubbing on your zipper.
Oh, it's the zipper. I can see it.
Yeah.
Jay?
Undo my zipper. It doesn't really. I don't have my gold chains on today. I'm not in full Guido.
Is that it?
Oh, that's pretty close.
Got the game.
Oh my God. I mean, again, I'm, remembering something from when I was like 15.
Do you still have muscle memory? Do you still have muscle memory for the Pac-Man video game? With the little.
I don't think so.
You put quarters in, and you play it so long that you could actually play it with your eyes closed for a certain amount of time.
You remember the patterns. It's
Did your moms ever say, "Go outside and play"?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
See, but again, getting into the it gets cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get into a point in like January, February where it's like 10 degrees out and there's 3 feet of snow out back. You're like,
Yeah, we never had that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys just had to be rescued from the bayou.
All I ever got was be home by the time the streetlights come on.
That's the summer.
That was all year. Of course, in the winter it's like 5 o'clock and you're like, crap.
Yeah. Damn it. And the further north you get, the earlier it is.
Yeah.
It's like, we up in Mass, it'd be like 4 and it's dark. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Because I remember we when I was 12, we went down to Disney in December. And it was like 6:30.
Wow, it's still
and
light out.
The sun was still out. The sun was still out, but it was still light out. It was like, oh my God, you get extra day. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember when I was a kid we lived in North Carolina, and we'd go visit my grandparents in Arkansas. And so it was a different time zone. And it always felt like I was staying up later because they were an hour behind.
Oh.
And so
hadn't acclimated.
No, I got to watch the TV shows that I couldn't watch normally.
Because
they were an hour earlier.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
So this is what I'm missing.
When you're a little kid, your bedtime's like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or whatever, and suddenly it's like,
And then you come back around to that as you get older. When at 9 o'clock, you're like, maybe I'll go to bed. Or maybe I'll just pass out on the couch.
Yeah, whichever.
So next week.
Next week.
Are we have another show?
Yes, we will.
I'm gonna have a little surprise.
It'll be the 13th. Oh,
yeah.
Thursday the 13th.
Thursday the 13th.
Oh, that's right. Thursday the 13th. You're gonna have a little surprise.
Really? What kind of surprise?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of surprise it's gonna be.
It's an insurrection.
Kinda.
Ooh.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm surprised my phone hasn't died, and it's
I know
going to die any second.
Any moment.
Any
moment.
It's 2022, Jay. Maybe those days are behind us.
Nope.
Nope, he's gone.
Great timing. Nope. That was good.
Oh my god.
Perfect segue. Maybe those days are behind. Boom.
Nope.
It was perfect.
Oh, that was
It
beautiful.
was like someone's got a sense of humor up there, man. Like,
Yeah, that was good.
Bop.
Yep, that was a good one.
My
All right.
FBI agent's a good guy.
We'll be back next week.
All
Good
right.
night.
Bye.
Good night, y'all.